Hi, welcome to Readings of Luz. If you're new here, please let me introduce my channel and what we're about here. If you have been here, welcome back and thank you for your support. But my channel is all about the light, the positive. We do talk a lot about darkness though, because we always need that balance, right? So that contrast is always going to be there. We talk about it here. Don't ever think that I'm judging you when I do that. You're my mirror. At the end of the day, I tell everyone, even on personal readings, I tell people like, hey, like just know that I'm listening too with whatever I'm getting through the cards, along with if there's anyone else listening as well, the messages can be for them in their own way as well. So it's really just take what resonates and let go what doesn't. If there are moments where you become very confused or need some more guidance or just a reminder, I would rewatch this video because I've been told by people that each time they watch the video, they hear it in a new way, you know, and it's because we're always growing and we're always changing. But let's get started. Hi, this reading is for Pisces, April. So let's get started. I thought I saw one pop up. So Pisces, we got one flying out here. Okay. Four of Cups. A lot of us are letting go a lot right now. You're not the only one, but of course, as a Pisces, you handle it differently, feel it differently, think it differently, act on it differently, handle it differently. And you can be very stubborn in your ways. And when I say stubborn, it's not like if you're purposely being stubborn. You are just so easily distracted by your mind's eye because you're so good at seeing possibilities, seeing the past clearly and seeing possibilities. And sometimes when you're in a negative mindset, you can see possibilities and highlight past moments that just were very, very negative for you. You're not alone in this, but once again, you being a Pisces, being connected to the emotions and the ocean, the deep parts of the mysterious parts of the ocean, just like Scorpio, but more in a I'd say diverse way. Because Scorpio is more taboo. I think you're just like everything with emotions, right? And emotions can make us see things. Emotions can inspire our imaginations to build these beautiful things. Likewise with the negativity. I think coming into this month, there's a lot of dissatisfaction. But you're trying to, some of you are trying to handle it, control it, just sit with it, not really criticize yourself for it, some of you. And then some of you are handling all of this letting go as like so devastating. So devastating to the point where we think nothing can fill our cup again. Nothing, no cup is worth it. No cup was ever worth it. You know, like very dramatic in that way with our emotions, but not trying to be dramatic. It's just the way you are. When you feel something, it's like you're feeling it a million times more than the average person. You know? But like I said, you're not the only one who's letting go, Pisces. It's a collective thing. Not trying to downplay your emotions here with you letting go, but it's like instead of just like moping around like oh, like our child version. And when I say child, I mean like even a few years ago. I mean the version of you that is not here right now, listening to this, going through this. The version of you that is trying to better yourself. The version of you that doesn't want to be so dissatisfied with life. If anything, you want to feel grateful. You want to feel like ecstatic. And like I said, it's not like if all of you are feeling this, but even those that, but most of you are being challenged with this emotion of feeling like, you know what? This is hard. This is super hard. I don't know if I can do this. You know, like nothing can be as good as what was, you know? And the universe is telling you, well, don't you think that's like old-fashioned by this point? Don't you think it's time to learn and soak in not only the way you carry yourself, but how everyone else around you carries themselves. And it's carrying themselves in a way where it really helps you be grateful of life, remember? Because that's what we're trying to be. More grateful instead of being so stuck on how life can suck with letting go and endings and just dissatisfaction, just what feels like oh, well, that's just how life is, you know, that just very depressive mindset. It's like, why not learn how we can gain the opposite of that through people, places, things, learning to communicate in this way, you know? And it doesn't have to be with people either, because it's not fair for other people to have to witness and experience this dissatisfaction that we're talking about. Because some people might see the mask that you are putting, thinking that you're fooling everyone, and you might be fooling a lot of people. But there are those people too that just feel a little off, feel a little like, you know what, like, I don't know, like there's something going on within this person. I can just feel it, you know? There are intuitive people like that out there, and you are one of them. But right now, I think you're learning to open up this way, to the point where you can have these conversations and see yourself in this way and talk to yourself in this way. What you'll need is patience when it comes up to learning and how to handle this whole having to, it's almost like you have to start over something. But this time you're not starting over as a young buck. You're starting over as an experienced, grown person. So that can be hard, because it's like, well, we have to start over. But that's if we see it that way. If anything, we're trying to aim for that. This is exciting, right? We got the five again. 5 of Cups. Once again, but it's hard. It's hard. Look at what I've lost. Look. Yeah, but if you just turn around and look, that bridge to that dream that you want is right there. You just need to turn around and face what you've learned. Face what you've gained. Face the good and the bad within you, instead of facing the victim frequency of, but look what was wasted, look at how shitty, like straight up, look, some of it was even toxic. Hey, sorry about that. Rico is a pain. He is, but he's learning. Like I potty trained him, so patience is all we need. Some of what you're forced to walk away from, and this can be like 5 years ago, this can be ever since you were 5, this feeling of like, I've lost so much. It doesn't have to be the number 5 though. But for some of you, it's like, man, how come? Or it could have been 3 major losses that you could have had. 3 major losses. It doesn't have to be. But one out of those 3 major losses you've had was actually super toxic for you. The other 2, maybe just due to growth needed, maturity needed, just parts of life, just different pages. But like the whole point is, it's all for a reason. Okay? And if only you turn around and saw that you actually have a good team, whether this actually be another person or just within you, just the good and the bad within you, like you can strengthen that team to the point where they become an actual team and help you move towards your goals. It's hard though, right? Yeah. What does the universe have to say about this dissatisfaction? Like, what can we do to help, like, feel more grateful, feel more just more patient, more slowed down, more in that meditative state, so that we don't rush to the negative or we don't rush to the positive, even though it feels like we've been rushing to the negative emotionally more than anything. So it's like, what can we do to kind of slow that down so our mind doesn't fully go there super quickly, so our emotions don't go there super, and the next thing you know, we're feeling this negative way. Knight of Swords. So the thing is, Pisces, I feel like telling you this, but it's like you guys already know this. And I already told you guys this in the beginning of the video, but you guys are very special when it comes up to feeling the world and seeing the world because of how you feel it. Being a water sign. So that is a blessing, but it's also a curse if you use it just to focus on unhealthy habits, unhealthy past memories, unhealthy states of being. Next time you catch yourself looking at your past, in any time your past, it could be yesterday, anytime you catch yourself looking at the past, breathe and ask yourself, how is this making me feel? How do I feel right now? And literally, if it's not good, breathe again and try to be patient with yourself enough to perhaps change that, so that next time it happens, you have that change there. And it's maybe not even a change, but maybe just adding that, so that feeding that, so that the more you feed it, the stronger it gets, so that then the negative mindset, the negative old conditioned ways of being, slowly and surely just stops it, or just disappears altogether. It's very challenging to catch yourself, but you can do it, Pisces. You can. Like I said, surround yourself with people, places, or things that make you feel good, that make you feel like you can do the very things that we're talking about here. Being patient, being in that meditative state. We got 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Some of you are going through a really hard time with this change, because it feels like we had it all. We had it all. And not only with family, love, and the happiness part of it, but we also felt like we had everything under control. We thought we were juggling everything the way we were supposed to, And it's like, okay, well, now that we look back, and we're looking back in a way where we're not just looking back in a positive way. It's like, let's dive into this, Pisces. When you look back into your past and you catch yourself doing it in a negative way, we're not going to dive into details with the negative. Negative just doesn't make you feel good. So anytime you're looking at the past into something that doesn't make you feel good, what are you literally telling yourself to improve that? And only you know that. You have to figure that out for you, because you can look back and see, but I lost this, for some of you it might seem like you lost a family. You once upon a time you had like the family, and now it's gone. Some of you might be feeling like, well, I did everything that I was supposed to do. I did everything that or maybe even some of you guys, because of the negative mindset, is thinking, I could have done more. I should have done this. And just being hard on yourself because of it, At the end of the day, that family that you have and felt like you lost, you still have it. And you'll always have it. Maybe there's a slight change within that. That's okay. At the end of the day, you still have your family. You still do. And now it's about, instead of focusing on how it's all different and it's not the way it used to be, let's focus on how we can improve it now that it's different. What can we do to improve it, to make the different better? And on top of that, if it's not just with family and love, like with money, like what can we do to make ourselves feel good, confident, feel like we can juggle even better than we have before, juggle money, juggle responsibilities, juggle, like feeling like, you know what? Like there was a reason why I juggled the way I did before, even though I wasn't that good, or it obviously wasn't enough in this case, you know, if we're talking about in a way of coming from a negative state of mind, right? It's like, now, well, I have everything I need. I am everything I need. And now it's about putting in the work, putting in the gratitude, putting in the belief and the trust in the vision, and not wasting any more time in sorrow and things that are just not here anymore. There's a new beginning, whether you like it or not, and it's time. It's time to improve it. Improve this new beginning for you, within, so that it can be without. What does the universe want to tell you? Altogether, what does the universe want to tell you with this whole reading here? Pisces. We got 7 of Pentacles. Some of you are lacking patience, lacking so much patience, feeling like we've been putting in so much work and it's just not good enough, or it's just never going to be good enough. It's like, that means you don't have faith in your work. You don't have faith in what you're actually doing. You're only doing it to reap the rewards. It's like, the reward is putting in the work. The reward is trusting and having faith in it. That is the reward. So the universe wants to let you know that when it comes up to money, work, a new tradition, a new routine, a stronger foundation, it's all about being in the moment. It's not about what, like, the outcomes or what you can get out of things. It's about just being in the moment. The universe wants you to know that. I hope this helped, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm thinking of making 3-minute TikToks as a bonus for you guys. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you guys would be interested in. But other than that, I guess that's it.